What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode number 2.
The redo.
The redo of Land of Bad.
We're about to run it back.
Run it back, because if you guys didn't know, the first time we did Land of Bad, YouTube came in and said, "Skirt, slap." No, not happening. You guys are way too foul-mouthed. We're not going to let you have that. They put it as 18 and older. 18 and older.
All right, to be fair, there were some comments in the last one that might have towed a line, but it was just towing a line. That was it.
I thought we towed the line. I didn't think we crossed the line.
I don't think it was crossing the line.
YouTube says straight up, you guys crossed the line.
YouTube has been very sensitive
18
lately.
and over, like a strip club. They checking IDs to watch the last episode.
YouTube lately has been like, what's wrong? It's like, nothing. Nothing's wrong. It's like, come on, YouTube. Tell me what's wrong. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Everything's fine.
If you can't tell, we're very passionate and we're upset about this, that YouTube did this to us. But that means you guys get to see Land of Bad
Part two.
And we're gonna do this one very
Hopefully.
PC.
We'll keep our mouths, the F-bombs out. We'll keep the stories out. I'm sorry. And we could have YouTube accept this version of Land of Bad.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to read some of the comments, and I'm going to reply to some of the comments, and I'm not going to fat shame anyone in this episode this time.
Did you do that last time?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Pretty hard on Fat Crow.
I went hard on Fat
yes.
Crow. And you know what? A lot of you guys respectfully, one of you guys, I'm not saying a lot, one of you guys very respectfully and articulately said, "Hey, man, careful about fat shaming. You know, we've all been there. Things happen, injuries." And you know what? For you who left that comment, that's a very legitimate thing. It's a very fair argument.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't upset about it. You're right. So I will be 100%, and I will say, you're right, dude. You're right, 100%. We get injuries, things happen, and we can gain weight. Life happens, divorces, so 100%. You win.
If you guys want to see what he's talking about or the other multitude of reasons why that episode has now been restricted, make sure you sign into your Google account and then go watch that video. But you have to be signed in because
nobody's going to do
Gotta
it.
show
We'll
ID.
link it down below.
It's down below somewhere.
Yeah, clearly we know that nobody's going to do that because the views were going well, and then all of a sudden it was 18 and over.
Yeah. YouTube just stopped showing it to people.
75 of you signed into your accounts to watch that episode. And to you 75, we appreciate you.
so much.
230,000 subscribers and 75 people.
75 people signed in to watch that. So
Approximately 75 of you who will do whatever you have to do to watch.
You guys are the real
You
MVPs.
guys
Yeah.
know why we do
yeah, we love you guys. Another thing from that last one that we learned from you guys is we were like, oh, that looks like a 50 cal, but it's a lever action. So you guys all corrected us on what gun that was, how it's lighter, how it's way more manageable, it's way more reasonable that he would be carrying that sniper system. So again, there's another correction for this episode that we will not make that same mistake on, and is correcting the fact that we thought that was a Berets 50 cal when it was not a Berets 50 cal. So again, thank you to the comment section. We pay attention to what you guys say. So appreciate you.
Problem, Sergeant?
No, sir. Sorry, I was just,
Get your shit together. We lift off in 5.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're Halo qualified, yeah?
Halo? No, sir. Are we doing a Halo jump?
You'll be fine. No Fruit Loops. My daughter loves them.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
awesome.
he called you a punk.
Yeah.
He called you a punk. He said my daughter loves it.
This guy.
He said he called you a little girl, dude.
Yeah, they go ahead with the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
guy.
Fruit Loop.
That guy walks out and he's sitting there with that cereal, just like, oh,
I don't
Halo.
want the Fruit Loops.
I don't want
the Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are hella lame, dude.
like, no, I'm not Halo qualified. Nobody told me the prerequisites for this job. I don't belong here.
The fact that he said no, and he's like, yeah, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
That's an issue, dude.
You're not gonna be fine. Dude.
No, you're not gonna be fine at all.
fine.
There's nothing fine about that.
This
dude.
isn't static line where you might be fine, but
Yeah.
this one, there's a lot more moving pieces in Halo than there is in static lines.
Yeah, so getting
good
out of
luck.
getting out of the bird, they call it the ramp. And it's the change in speed from the aircraft speed to free fall, right? It's the aircraft is going this fast. When you jump out, you're traveling at the speed of the aircraft, so your body does this ramping motion to where it pulls you into the air before you start dropping.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they call it the ramp, because your body flies this way as you jump out, and then you free fall, and then you could start flying. Once you're free fall, you could probably figure something out, you know.
I hope so.
Maybe
you got about a minute to figure something out.
I don't know, honestly, because it took a lot of time in the wind tunnel to figure out how to fly and how to control the air with your hands.
I don't know. I don't think you're figuring.
I don't think you're figuring shit out.
This guy's coming out of that bird, and he's just gonna be.
He's just gonna whoop, because and that's what I'm saying about the ramp. Because if he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about, he's gonna hit that ramp and think that he has to fly in that. But that's not it at all. That's only about 3 seconds of completely different trajectory, right? So if you try to adjust while you're on the ramp, and then all of a sudden you're not in the ramp, you're gonna be like pushing air this way, and you're gonna start flipping. It's gonna be this horrible experience, dude. And then you have to pull your parachute and not end up in your risers. It's bad day all day.
There's a whole lot, and we'll get to it. We'll see the scene.
Yeah, and then they actually show that. But at the end of the day, the easy thing is to just strap them tandem.
Yeah. And then like, oh, you'll be fine. You'll be with me.
Yeah.
Like maybe
all these tier 1 guys, they're all tandem qualified. They're all jump masters. They know exactly how to strap a guy to the front and get him down safely. There's no reason to send him by himself.
Yeah.
What?
I was just imagining. I was imagining like they're on this deployment and they don't have like a tandem harness, but they got one for a dog, so they have to strap him in like a dog, and he's just like that hanging off his lap.
It'd be better than this.
It would be better than
I
this.
would take being strapped up like a dog than jumping my first time without any experience. Like, come on, guys. Like, do you want me there? I'd be like, I'll just stay here and eat my Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Leave me in the DFAC eating my Fruit Loops.
Clearly, they need this guy.
That being said, one thing that we didn't talk about on the first one that we could talk about on this one, that DFAC is a DFAC in Afghanistan. That's 100%. They went to a DFAC in Afghanistan. That's what that looks like right there.
It's so bare bones.
That's what that stuff looks like right there.
Thank you.
And it's bare bones. It's nothing. And when the cooks aren't there, you literally just have what the cooks leave out for you, which is whatever's in the cooler, and then cereal and milk's in the cooler, things like that. Which on our team, we would go to the DFAC for cranberry juice.
To mix?
Yeah. And I don't know if you know what you put in cranberry juice, but it's some of that Pakistani vodka.
I was about to say, it's probably not the best stuff.
So you take those little cranberry juices and you swig about half that full, and then you put about the other half in Pakistani vodka, mix that thing up, and you watch Vikings for the night, and you take some pills that...
Whoa.
There we go. On our way to being censored.
Are we
again.
demonetized again?
You take some medicine.
You take some muscle relaxers.
Let's see if there can be a difference between the last show and this show.
All right, sorry. I'm doing the same thing again. I'm going to let Kurt talk.
Somebody give me the
Take it over.
timestamp.
Go ahead, Kurt.
So why am I here?
JSOC asset disappeared 2 weeks ago. Believed to be kidnapped. We've got intel on a possible locale.
So this is a rescue one.
Potentially. I can never keep up with the CIA spooks. Either way, here we are. Your answer to your question. No, you shouldn't be here. Yes, Delta doesn't usually go out without their Tier 1 personnel. Yes, there are guys here.
Fair enough.
All right, so that makes a lot of sense now as to why he's a fish out of water, basically. It was a last-minute call to bring him in on this mission because he's not Tier 1. He's a regular, not Army, but he's a regular Air Force guy. So, yeah.
TAC P.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen or we haven't talked about it in other videos, which I know we have, so Air Force Special Operations, they have their Tier 1 element, which for the CCTs is 24th STS. which is what, Special Tactics Squadron or some crap like that.
My tattoo artist was that guy.
Yeah, so, and that's their tier 1 element. And so those guys are some of the most highly trained people in all of special operations because they get attached to all these different teams. So they could find themselves working with SEALs, they could find themselves working with Delta, they could find themselves in any multitude of mission sets. So they have to go to dive school, they got to go Halo school, they go to mountain school, they do all these different schools.
Their free fall is bananas, dude. Like if you I saw the pictures from my tattoo artist like doing free fall, and it was not our free fall. It's like we do free fall with military equipment. They were doing free fall with 100% civilian fast flying chutes. He had one where it was like carrying in equipment on the free fall chute, which was that's crazy to me. So they do like a drop thing beneath them that's carrying all the equipment and then flying that in. So the capabilities just in tier 1 free fall alone is pretty dope.
I've seen pictures from one tier 1 free fall where they had mini bikes, mini dirt bikes, kind of like how we talked about the dog that straps onto you. They had mini dirt bikes basically strapped onto them.
Sick.
And so that once they landed, they could then get on these basically pit bikes and just zoom off through the desert or whatever.
And that's really cool, guys, about tier 1. So if you want to go tier 1, just know that option's there for you.
Yeah.
You could be regular Army and go to CAG selection. So if you guys are infantry guys right now, you can go to CAG selection. You could sign up, go hit it, dude. Hit it. Don't be afraid. Just send it. Because tier 1 guys, think about what they're doing. If it makes sense, they're doing it. And that's really, really cool.
I think, and that's the key because they're not given things. Like they kind of like when we come up with our own mission set or our own missions and we could say, oh, we want this. A lot of times we're like, hey, we want to have pit bikes. They're going to be like, no. But in that unit, they get their own budget. They get to do whatever they want. So they want pit bikes. They're going to get pit bikes.
Yeah, because they trust them at that point. It's like, listen, you've already been special operations. Most of you guys, you've been Rangers, you've been Green Berets, you've been Navy SEALs, and now you're here in this tier 1 element. We understand that you're adults that could think for yourselves, and we understand that you know you need to accomplish the mission. So if you say, hey, I need a pit bike, it's not so you can go to a strip club and do something stupid. It's so you can accomplish the mission. So fine, how much does a pit bike cost? Well, I can get, one for $1,000, so I need 5. So $5,000. Fine, spend $5,000, and then figure out, go do some test jumps to figure out how it's going to affect your flying. And so they go do some test jumps, and all of a sudden now they know exactly how to fly in with pit bikes. And instead of having to walk their equipment or pack mules or do any of that stuff, they could drive a pit bike. It's just logic. It just makes sense.
But how cool would it be to pull up to a strip club on a pit bike? Just you and the homies.
You got a homie on the back, a homie on the front. He's riding on the pegs. The junior's on the front, holding on to handlebars with his front feet on the pegs.
Hey, new guy.
Hey, new guy, get up there, my boy. One thing that we didn't talk about the first time that I think is important is the sniper's running. Like his getting to the position that he needs to be in and his straight up just 100% all out effort, dead ass running to get to that point. Mm-hmm. Like he shows that when he needs to be somewhere, like he's going to get there by himself with you. I don't give a damn. I'm going to get there and then I'm going to do my job.
Yeah.
Like the dude puts his physical effort and his physical fitness to test running down that mountain. Just with the sniper rifle, 100% full ass running. I thought that was really dope.
I think it's crazy the way they try to make this gun sound. Like it's got that like every time they shoot. It's just weird. I don't know why they did that. I guess to show the power that it has.
Yeah, I think it's unless you're gonna do what we saw in Heat. Unless you're gonna do it like legit Heat style. Where you're actually recording the guns shooting off, you're just not going to get it.
Yeah.
But I think they got it close with this guy being operator status is like just putting all out effort into everything that he did.
Yeah.
Getting to that position and then sniping his ass off the best he could.
You can tell his experience. He's a seasoned guy on the team.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about it. He didn't care about his own safety. He knew what he had to do, and he got there.
This ain't his first dance.
Right. The dude, 100% legit. And during the scene on the first time that we reviewed the show, we talked about the sniper system because we were confused. We thought it was a 50 cal, not a 50 cal, but that kind of took us away from his actions in the moment. And his actions in the moment, I love that sprinting scene. It's just showing that his like urge to get to the right position, to be Overwatch, and to do his job essentially as a sniper.
Yeah.
Like, because you got to think, when you're a sniper on a team and you're going to split off, you're essentially in I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it, is a quote-unquote safer position.
Yeah.
We're boots on ground, and I've had this position in Afghanistan, in gunfights, to where all of a sudden the sniper's just like, I'm out. And you're like, bro, we're about to like go through the worst part of this valley and essentially guaranteed to get shot up. And you're just going to peace out. And I get it. You're going to go do Overwatch and you're going to do your thing. But just keep in mind that we're a group down here. So you're going to run up this hill and be Overwatch. You're not going to get shot at with all the rest of us. But if you get spotted, my guy, you're on your own.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You're stuck up on a mountain by yourself.
Yeah. That's a lonely spot.
It's a lonely ass spot to be, so you better hope they don't find you. You better hope they don't start sniping at you.
Yeah.
And that happened multiple times on my deployment where it was like the sniper's like, I'm going to go up here. And it's like, I get it. But that's going to be real bad if it goes south for you. Because if you're up there, you're up there alone. You're up there alone. And it gets real lonely real quick with a sniper rifle.
Right.
You know, it's like, there's one thing we didn't talk about the first time around because I focused on something else during the same scene, but you would never not have nods. Ever.
Yeah.
No matter where we go, I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care if it's 5 a.m. in the morning and we're going to be back in 3 hours.
Right.
Like, you have nods.
You're planning for contingencies or for something to go wrong.
Right.
Be out there at night.
You always plan to be out there for multiple days so that you have nods, you have batteries for your nods, you have water, you got a little bit of food, even if it's just snacks, mainly water, but some snacks, some licky chewies. If you got to be out there, you know, even just trying to keep your spirits up. But you do not travel anywhere without nods and ammo.
Yeah.
So the fact that this guy's out there at night with no nods, nah. We own the night.
Yeah.
And we're not going to let that go.
You just gave up all of that advantage at this point.
Right. So it's like at night, we're doing the best. So you try to say, oh, he's at night. It's creepier. It's bad. No. Not for Americans. We got nods. We got overhead watch. We got night vision up in the sky. We got people telling us where everyone is.
Yeah.
At night is the best time for us because of all our technology.
Yep.
We're not going to be traveling without nods ever. And if you guys have ever seen Black Hawk Down, it's a perfect example of that.
Oh, yeah, when they think they're just going to go out and come right
he
back.
takes his back plates off because he's like, I'm not going to run away. And I'm not dogging those guys from that era. What I'm saying is we learn from our mistakes.
Yep, exactly.
And we always make mistakes, always, no matter when. Even now we make mistakes, and we always learn from them, and we always adjust.
You injured?
It's like, where the fuck did you come from?
Look at me. I thought you were dead. Here. Drink this. Drink. Put that on, okay? Okay?
The irony, right?
Yeah.
The guy that you left for dead because you thought he got blown up, but he didn't get blown up.
That you never verified.
That you never checked is coming to make sure you're okay. You know how bad you feel right
You
now?
even gave him water? Got him some
He
clothes?
said, drink, take care of yourself.
You should have like kissed him on the forehead. I got you.
I just killed everyone that was holding you captive. You're totally safe now. Coddle. Oh, remember that time that you left me to die and you didn't come check on me at all and you took all our air assets and you ran away like a little bitch and a little shish and then you didn't come even see if I was okay and I was fine. I was fine the whole time and I would have loved to have those missiles that you had on that Overwatch aircraft that could have killed all the enemy that was trying to kill me and hunt me down. No, shh. It's okay. How are you right now? How are you feeling?
That's what would happen if
you
Sean
hydrated?
rescued this guy.
Oh, 100%, dude. I would have freaking destroyed. I would have destroyed this guy in my comments.
Appreciate that.
Before I cut him loose, I would be like, hey, remember me? Remember when you left me? Yeah. Remember that RPG that you thought blew me up? You think, hey, maybe I would have gone and checked on you? And there was 2 other guys that were also on this mission. Did you ever think to go check on them? And one of them is, hey, I don't know, your brother that was shot. Did you ever go check on him to make sure that he was okay? Maybe you could have, I don't know, applied a tourniquet and stopped the bleeding in the aid kit that you were given in the military with your training and everything that we taught you to do. But instead, you ran away, and now you're here by yourself, held captive, and I just saved you? I would have went on in his ear until he would have been like, just shoot me. I get it. Just shoot me. Yeah, bye.
I mean, what are the chances?
That's sick,
That's
dude.
pretty dope, right?
That's sick. Is that
Although-
getting waterboarded saved your life?
Right. Although, I think that tub would have moved. With the amount of force I get through those dudes, I know the water's heavy and all,
That's
but
a good point.
I think something would have happened to that
Porcelain
tub.
doesn't weigh that much.
Dude, it wasn't a porcelain tub. Ava, what is this? The Taj Mahal? It's a hole in the middle of the jungle. It's tin.
It's tin. It's one of those like it's a horse trough.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry I had mine.
But that being said, I like the premise of that.
Yeah,
It saved him.
I think it's cool. I buy it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you got lucky as hell that, but you're also in a cave, and you got bombed. I think that cave will fall.
But you're also in a cave.
That cable fall.
It might
You know?
fall.
Like probably. Just saying.
I'm-
Imagine that. Okay, let's say that you. Okay, let's say that you.
Okay.
Okay, let's say that you go to California and you're just like in a cave, right? You go. There's caves everywhere, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, there are. Okay,
I
so
didn't know this is a geography test.
Why are
Yeah.
you asking us that?
yeah, so you go cave dwelling.
Well, you go
know,
spelunking.
You go skerplunking in a cave, and you're just chilling in a cave. You're like, oh, it's a cool cave, right? Like that's dope. And a effing missile impacts the entrance of that cave. Bro, you think that cave isn't gonna fall in on your
It
ass?
depends on how well engineered it is.
It's not safe to be in caves without missiles hitting them.
You're a cave expert now?
An earthquake can make a cave fall in. You realize that it's just dudes that were putting railroad channels in squares in order to make these caves.
They
They're
weren't
not
getting paid.
safe.
They're not getting paid.
There's
They didn't go to school for this.
they were getting like 2 cents an hour to like put in these railroad channels into caves and make caves for like, to do mining
So you're
in
saying
mines.
You're saying that the cave's structural integrity is not going to withstand a direct
Yeah.
hit like this.
Yeah, I mean
No dirt or anything fell. That cave,
Nothing.
That cave was solid,
solid, dude.
pristine.
It handled a missile strike like nothing.
You know what? Get those people.
The
We need
flames
them
went
over-
through it. It was stronger than a concrete cave. Like, yo, no, dude. That cave
Hey,
would
good
have
for them.
fell.
Good for whoever built that cave.
He would have been buried inside that cave.
Look, but he wasn't.
Yo, El Chapo can't build a tunnel that good, dude.
El Chapo built some badass tunnels, though.
And El Chapo's tunnel would not have withstood a missile
Well,
launch.
El Chapo needs to get some Filipinos to build his tunnel.
I really liked the actor in the middle. The dude, the Air Force guy, he handled that beautifully. Because he was like mad, but also like, what? Like, tell me.
Yeah.
And he told him, hey, he's there. Check the scene. He's like, oh, thank you. You're like,
He didn't big dick.
He didn't let his ego get.
He didn't let his ego get in the way. He was so real about it. Like, how did he know? How did he know that that's the emotions that he would be feeling?
I mean, the way he came in hot, Russell Crowe's character, Grim Reaper, the way
Most
he came
people
in.
would be like, "Good the."
Well, I mean, the way he came in with so much passion and just like so much conviction, you're kind of like, obviously he's doing this for a reason, so kind of let him finish, and then let's figure it out.
Yeah, he wasn't like, "I'm in charge."
I mean, he
or
could have
any
snatched away or something like that.
Something. But he handled it so beautifully. Where he was like, "What's up, dude? What's up?" Like, "Oh, you check. He's still there." Oh, all right, thank you. Oh God, okay, we didn't kill innocent, our people. Like, I thought it was really well done. Like, and how does an actor like this get that kind of insight? I don't know.
Put himself in the position.
Talent of acting.
Ask him.
Some people are good at acting. Yeah.
Yep.
Russell Crowe. Pretend like this mission's online every single time you wake up in the morning, and we'll be back to the beefy Russell Crowe.
And the show.
Don't show that part. We're not trying to fat shame anymore. All right, we got to go make a rap beef for real. Are you ready?